Thank you. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to congratulate Senator Alan Chesang on this statement of maize dryers. Mr. Speaker, I am bothered and disturbed. Government officials that are put in office, maintained by taxpayers, why do they lose their minds the minute they're in positions of administration? When the government gave out fertilizer subsidy, somebody who is paid the amounts of money at the level of a cabinet secretary, a PS, chief administrative secretaries, principal administrative secretaries, nobody sat down to plan about the dryers. Surely, why do we have to wait until right now when farmers are struggling with their crop, harvesting maize that is not even fully ripe because they don't want it to be destroyed by rains, Mr. Speaker? It is unfortunate. And as the legislature, we must continue to keep our government officials in check because that is our work. Mr. Speaker, this is just like another issue that has bothered me today. This issue of killings in Sondu. Mr. Speaker, my home to Sondu is hardly 10 to 15 kilometers. I know that town very well. The people that live there have lived peacefully for decades, if not centuries. But I'm greatly disappointed that the last few months, as authorities continue to watch, the situation has deteriorated. It began first by boundary disputes. Oh, you're supposed to pay revenue to Kisumu. No, we want to pay to Kericho and what not. But now the issue has completely degenerated such that today you hear people have been killed on the Kericho side. The following day there is a counter raid on the Kisumu side. And we just sit here as if nothing is happening. I sympathize with those people, Mr. Speaker. I didn't sleep last night because of many calls and messages from older people who are saying, young man, what is happening? Mr. Speaker, I expect that the Cabinet Secretary, Professor Kithure Kindiki, will have the time, will have the presence of mind to call all of us leaders from that region. I cannot be defeated to talk to those people if you take me, Senator Professor Ojenda, my friend MP Aduma, together with leaders from the Kericho side, to speak to our people and ask them, sorry. Take some water. You'll hold my time, Mr. Speaker. There is somebody who's making it worse by cracking a joke as I take water. But the point is, I don't think it is beyond Professor Kindiki to call us as leaders the way I see do when he goes to Pokot, when he goes to Garissa. I am disappointed with my good friend Professor Kindiki that the last time he went there was no involvement of the local leaders. Why do you go and address security officers who have already failed at their work? I want to call, first of all, for the transfer of all officers that are serving there from both sides, be they Luos, be they Wakalenjins, because it is clear that they are not able to sustain the security situation in that part of the country. Let us have competent people who will help us identify the criminals, because these criminal elements that are making the situation worse, I know for a fact, Mr. Speaker, that 99% of the locals in that community, they love each other, they intermarry, they do business. Who are these criminals that are setting up Sondu on fire? Is it not possible for
Thank you, Senator. Senator, more fire. You're a bit late in putting your request, but I'll allow you to speak.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Honorable Speaker. I am concerned by the statement made by Trans Nzoia Senator, Senator Chesang, and I'm shocked, Honorable Speaker, that even today, having gone through some suffering as a country because of lack of funds, there are some government agents that are not responsible. Honorable Speaker, it is very, very, very disturbing that we have some agents in the name of, whether in the Ministry of Agriculture or any other person for that matter, who has not even seen it relevant to make sure that we have dryers which can assist farmers dry their food. Because this El Nino alert just came a long time ago. The government has been notified, everybody has been notified that there is El Nino which is coming. And of course, we know that farmers are likely to get a lot of loss. We have just come from a very severe drought as a country, Honorable Speaker. But of course, I think this House should take some serious measures to make sure that those people that are concerned, that have not been able to undertake any measure to mitigate this kind of service, should be censored to make sure that they are responsible. On the issue of homosexuality and lesbianism, which was brought to this House, Honorable Speaker, as a country we must make ourselves clear to the effect that this is element of serious immorality that is, as a country, we are not supposed to allow. And I would request the committee concerned from this House to make sure that they visit Kakuma to get the facts about this illegality. So in this respect, Honorable Speaker, I support both the statements, and as a House, we are supposed not to make sure that we put everything in its right place. I support Honorable Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 8, the County Government's Additional Allocation National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2023, second reading.
I call upon Senator Godfrey Ososi to continue with his contribution. He had a balance of 8 minutes.